Hello, West Michigan, and welcome to our Monday morning. Checking out the live view, looking at our downtown Holland, which of course is going to get really busy over the next couple of weeks. Tulip time festivities officially kicking off on Friday. At this point, we've got some cooler air on the horizon for the middle to tail end of the week, but the short term, it's going to feel like summer out there today. Temperatures are starting out in the 40s in most places. Readings yesterday made it into the upper 60s with a good deal of sunshine and not a whole lot of wind today. Those winds out of the southwest are going to be on the increase dramatically, combining with the sunshine, and we're making the transition into a brand new air mass. Temperatures will likely make it into the mid to upper 70s, and what a month of April it's been so far, with several days high temps in the 60s and 70s, several days with highs in the 40s and 50s. What are we tracking for you today? Well, during the daylight hours, we're just going to call it a summer feeling day. Breezy, warmer, lots of sunshine, temperatures again well into the 70s. We've got some overnight storms that we'll be tracking for you. There's a very small chance that they will produce severe weather, but it's not impossible. Very strong winds appear to be the greatest threats, at least on our side of Lake Michigan. Storms will be exiting then early in the day tomorrow, with cooler air starting to settle in during the second half of the day, and then even cooler air settling in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with more rain chances a little bit later on this week. Here's a look at the Outlook Center for the Storm Prediction Center. The outlook for severe weather, and you can see it extends from the Great Lakes region all the way down into central Texas. There's quite a strong likelihood of damaging winds and tornadoes off to our west. Here in West Michigan, we're in a level 1 and 2 out of 5 in terms of that risk potential for severe weather, and that means that, again, the chances aren't great, but they're not zero, so we'll be watching it carefully. And then as we head through the day tomorrow, the risk area for severe weather will quickly make the shift off to our east and southeast. So if you're traveling toward Detroit tomorrow, even into sections of Ohio or Indiana, could be looking at a chance of some of those strong to severe thunderstorms refiring. During the course of the day, once again, high pressure in firm control of our weather today, and as it continues to move eastward, that is the developing storm system that we'll be tracking for you. Here's a look at the future track, and as you can see, there are going to be some pockets of really strong weather that will be developing. One line of intense storms in central Minnesota tracking eastward. This is the image as of 6 o'clock this evening, and you can see we're still holding on to dry conditions here on our side of Lake Michigan, and generally sunny conditions as well. This is early tomorrow morning, and you can see a lot of that active weather really falling apart as it presses closer to us. And then early in the day tomorrow, another round of showers and storms developing. Again, those primarily off to our east and southeast, but once we get on the backside of that cold front, it will become windy with shifting winds, sending those temperatures back down into the 60s during the afternoon. So we start out with mild, windy weather during the morning, and then we will see a shift over to some cooler air developing during the afternoon and evening. As we look at that 7-day planner, you'll see highs well into the 70s today, 70s for highs tomorrow as well. But again, we'll see cooler air start to pool in during the afternoon. Low 60s for highs here Wednesday. Showers are likely Thursday into early Friday, with some cooler air later this week. Mostly dry conditions for that first weekend in tulip time. And as you can see in that 8 to 14 day outlook, which takes us right into the middle of that second week of May, a lot of warm air building into the Great Lakes.